Good day, my name's Steve Brady and I have the privilege of being the principal of Moorlands College, which is down in Sopley, Christchurch, deep Dorset. And here at Moorlands we have altogether a couple of hundred students, and it's our privilege to train men and women for Christian service. They end up all across the globe. However, we increasingly discover as students come to us from a variety of backgrounds that although our task is to help them to join the dots of Scripture together, sometimes they're not quite sure what those dots are. We encourage them to read between the lines of Scripture so they can see the whole picture, and we've often discovered those very lines have not been read. One of the great eureka moments for me in my life over 20 years ago was discovering Walk Thru, because immediately I heard a presentation of it. I thought, this is precisely what my then church needed. It wasn't that I wasn't teaching the Bible, I was doing that every week. Morning we'd go through a verse, evening through a chapter, midweek maybe through a whole Bible book. But Walk Thru immediately suggested to me, here is a spine, here is a skeleton, here is the big storyline of the Bible that my people at the various churches I served needed to know. And so regularly into churches I've served, some with just 200 or 300 folks, some with 500, 600, 700 adults, they needed to hear what Walk Thru offered. Here's the big picture of creation, fall, etc. And as a result of my leaving the pastoral ministry and coming to Moorlands, I also thought, this is precisely, especially with my new students, what they need to know. What's the big storyline of the Bible? Because without that, then I'm going to be confused in the minutiae. And that's why every year I've been principal for the last 7 or 8 years or more. We've been delighted to welcome to Moorlands College Walk Thru the Bible ministries, because I believe my students do benefit and continue to benefit from having this big picture. And I believe whether you're in a church or a Christian organization or whatever, Walk Thru is precisely a great and wonderful starting point to give folk the skeletal framework of the Bible. Without it, without that overview, many of us are going to continue to see the wood and not see the trees. So I'm really delighted, honoured to recommend to you Walk Thru the Bible Ministries.